experiment. Right? So you have a lot of people who think that they're in touch and their instincts are sharp, but they do things that are prescribed by others who seek to control their motion, their movements, and their actions. So you're really not in tune with the environment, you're not in tune with the world or the jungle that you live in. You're actually, even though you think that you're being free, your movements are very much controlled. Right? So what happens is the cheese is dropped in the maze, and the mice become intoxicated by the smell and the aroma of the cheese. So intoxicated that they can't see anything else, and they can't focus on anything else other than getting that cheese. Right? So they running into this wall, bumping in, and by the time they actually reach it, what happens? Bam! The gate slams behind them, right? Now you're locked up. So one of my students called me this morning, just came home. Hadn't seen him in 2 weeks.
Oh, Mr. Weeder, I just got booked.
Booked? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you about it. I'll be in class today.
Other one wants me to write him a letter. Another one couldn't be in class today because he had to go to court. Right? So why is this happening over and over? One of them is Puerto Rican, the other two are black. Why? Repeatedly. Everybody in here knows somebody that's been locked up if you haven't been. Why? Well, everybody knows the streets, right? You're from the streets. You're from the streets, how you get caught in the streets? How you know an environment and you get caught in the environment? Right? To the animals in the jungle, the animals in the zoo are suckers. Right? You got caught. This is our jungle. This is our terrain. No man can set a trap for me here. I know this whole area. But when you're in a prescribed area, you think that you know. But they actually created it. Why? Why? They are masters in what they do. Trapping. Right? When we say we trapping, well, not me. But when brothers say I'm trapping, they talking about they selling drugs, they trapping, but who are they really trapping for? And who are they really trapping? Themselves. Why? Because prison industry is major. Slavery is major. I just watched a documentary a couple of weeks ago called Slavery by Another Name. And they talked about slavery, how the prison system became the new slavery almost immediately after the abolishment of slavery. Okay? But the whole point is it's money driven. It's free labor. So if you need free labor, you become motivated if money is involved. So who is going to do this work for free or for 50 cents a week? Who do we get? We get the easiest targets are the ones who've been doing it because it's in their genes, it's in their DNA. Their family has a predisposition to service, right? So even when we think that we're getting out of, and we're pulling ourselves out of it, and you see brothers, they sit down and they think it out. I'm a hustler. I'm over here trapping. I got my young boys out here. They on the block. You know what I mean? And they got plans. But who are you working for? And at the end of the day, who is really trapping who? And when you really look at it, the streets have been designed and been used as traps, primarily for black and for Latino young males. But if they understood the jungle, they wouldn't got caught in the trap in the streets, because you would be able to peep game. Right? When you walk around with your pants sagging, it's marketing. You see Lil Wayne sagging, he is marketing. Who is he marketing for? Corporations. Why? It's big business for black males to go to jail. Why? Because they need slaves. So who better to market it than their favorite rap artist? Right? So he's sagging and you sagging, right? Everybody's sagging. Everybody's sagging. I can make a hook out of that and make that hot. Everybody's sagging. Everybody's sagging. Tell me that wouldn't rock in the club. Y'all saw Chris Rock, right? Right? Tell me that wouldn't hit. But that's just how, that's how it happens. And so then we see young brothers. Kid was in my class this morning. I talked to him about sagging last week. So now when we were in a company of adults, he was, oh no, I don't do that, Mr. Weaver. Right? So today he came in and he forgot what he said to me last week, and he came in, so I said, what you doing? What's that? What you saying? No, yo, get them hands up. Now he's a boxer. So I asked him, do you sag in the ring? When you go, I said, what you in the ring like this? Hold up. Hold up. That's what you do when you fight? I said, no, why? Because you get knocked out, right? So you pull them up and you tie them tight, right? And you lace your gloves tight and you lace your shoes, everything got to be tight. So why would you walk out in the street sagging with your pants? I see dudes running like... Now think about the buffoonery, right, of the image. So why do something that's stupid? Warriors don't do that, right? But they do what's prescribed, what they think everybody else does. So you even act a fool because you think that's what everybody else is supposed to do. So which tells you right there, you ever seen, you know what they're saying, when you lead cattle right over the cliff. It's like, what they call it, corralling? But you know, you have like someone, there was a blind leading the blind. But you got folks, but these folks aren't blind, but they actually create scenarios where they're leading these young guys right off a cliff. And because they don't get the scenario, they don't realize and they haven't been taught how to watch out for danger. You know. What's up, Ed? So, you have a lot of young guys consequently fall into this death trap. Sometimes it's a prison trap, but nevertheless, it's a trap. Okay? When we're taught at a young age to understand the complexities of the jungle we live in, you learn, one, respect for all things and all people and all creatures. Right? So you have a healthy understanding. I don't know this person, I don't know these people, maybe I need to tread lightly. Right? In the streets, if you confront it with something, and if you don't step up to it with your chest out, you're perceived to be weak. Right? If it's a danger, if someone says something slick to you, what's up then, cuz? Huh? Yo, you don't know me. You know, so they get in, you don't know me like that, cuz. You talking to, huh? Right? So, but it's a whole notion that I have to prove, you know what I mean, by talking and acting a certain way. As opposed to realizing, oh, wait a minute, I don't know, I'm not so sure, like, if this is a safe situation. I could get shot. If I die, what's going to happen to my family? Maybe I need to retreat a little bit. Maybe I need to pay more attention before I step into this. Even if other people think I'm being a coward, forget about them. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to be like these fools locked up. But how come we don't have those senses? And how come our children don't understand that? Right? Why do we grow up with the same notion? The streets do that. The jungle is a different beast. Animals. I wish I had that thing up. Can we get on here?
Yeah, let me help.
What am I looking for? And I usually start off this workshop with this battle at Kruger. Animals have better instincts than that when they're young. Because see, they don't have they don't have the capacity to be gassed up the way human beings. When I say gassed up, it means, you know, people messing with your head, right? You know, because, so they just do, you know, they act on instinct. And do, yes, ma'am?
I just want to let you know you have as much time as you need. There isn't another class.
Oh, cool, cool. I like that, so I calm down. I'm trying to rush through this thing. Okay, it's called Battle. All right,
I'm trying to get on here.
First, we allow us screens. We allow us screens. That's what we go.
now here's the thing. Trayvon Martin, right?
So now?
Trayvon Martin, according to all the information, he's walking, he's visiting his father. It's raining, they say. It was in the evening or night. He has his hoodie on, he's walking, talking to his girlfriend. George Zimmerman calls the police. The police told him, you know, asked him, are you following him? And he said, yes, and they said, we don't need for you to do that, sir. He says, okay, and then proceeds to follow him, right? So, we're not going to get into that because to me, after that, there's nothing else to really talk about. You decided you're going to hunt this kid. And because he's a young black male, he has a hoodie on, you figure you got a chance, it's my word against his, I can beat this. You know what I mean? If he ain't here to talk about it, I can beat it. But I wonder if Trayvon Martin had suffered a wound, gunshot wound that he survived, who would believe him? Who would believe his story if he had actually survived? You understand? Geraldo gets on national